Hey guys, today we're doing a heat exchanger and a few other things on this gas pack. So stay tuned, here it goes. Go ahead and take all of this apart. I've already started taking the screws out and to start getting it into pieces. Well, this right here didn't want to come off with the top. Lovely. Do I still have one? I do. As you see, we have a stainless steel heat exchanger, but our problems are down here. All right, down here, if y'all see these holes down here, that's where my problem is on my heat exchanger. Of course, this is rotted out too. So we are replacing heat exchanger, this plate here, limits, burners. Yeah, I got the right number. So yeah, that's where this one rusted out, right there. Yeah. See, I ain't gotta undo all them. Y'all forgive me, I had the tenant out here with me, La Inquilina. Oh. Oh. I think the bottom's turning. There we go. Gas is turned off over there. There's a little gas cock underneath that electrical disconnect. I'm gonna pull out this gas line and then try to remove this piece right here. got a little bit more off of this. I need to remove this, and there's all kinds of little screws in here, down in that corner that we need to get out. All right, there was a screw here, one there, and there's one back in that corner I need to get, but I'm probably going to try to pull the whole thing out before I go after that one. There are also 2 screws right here, right there, and right there that need to come out. It goes into a little bracket that's right there. Helps hold up the heat exchanger at the right angle. But right now we've got, looks like somebody put a 5/16 in that. Nope. We've got one here. Let me see. Oh, one right here. And then there's another one right right there. Let me see, is there something else holding it in? Cannot help but think there is. No, we're free. All right, let's get that one little screw that's down here so we can take this piece off. Come on. There it is back there. And I got one right here I forgot about. All right, we're going to have to straighten that out. All right. Yes, that little piece screws to the bottom. But as you see, it's so rusted. Ain't much I can do with it. All right, we gotta get the draft motor off of this and this burner assembly. Oh, finally. Whew. Now this piece I have found is hard to order because basically when you try to order it, they don't know what you're talking about. This little base piece right here. But as you'll see, all it does is really allow the water to hit it instead of the bottom of the air conditioner. And I'm trying to salvage the screws that I can. Motor's still intact, but as y'all see where it was mounted, it had holes all over the place. So we're doing away with this. I might salvage these good screws, but I'm leaving that on there. And here we have us a fresh heat exchanger. Got some O-rings here, some screws. Let's get to it. All right, let's work on getting this secured in place, and then we'll start mounting them. So I got these screws in place and these two. I got to tell you, that is not as easy as what you might think. Let's go ahead and I'm gonna show you about this right here. This is that little plate. All right. All right, when it comes to, come on, these right here, they are all the same. If it don't match up, you've got it turned around backwards. And I had it right the first time. There we go. Alright, let's see. It goes like this. Like this. Did I have that right? There we go. Alright. Let's get a few screws in the corners. I'm a little worried about my 5/16 screws for my draft motor because I don't have many. And what was there? And what was there ain't no good. I can't reuse them. more here I can use. All right. The rest I'm going to use these. These aren't actually brass screws. As you see, the magnet holds them. They're just like brass coated. This heat exchanger and this flue box cover or collector box, whatever you want to call it, should last this thing for the rest of its potential life. All right, got our draft motor on there. I think next I'm gonna work on this a little bit. We're gonna replace all those burners. That's what these are. You see why I quoted them? They're kind of rusted up. They probably still work, but they're gonna get new burners. While I've got this out, let's clean flame sensor. And y'all look at that sparker right there. It's just as dirty as it can be. I do use Scotch-Brite. When I clean these, it is a very popular idea to use a dollar bill. I've just always used Scotch-Brite. It's very easy to break these. You gotta be careful. Like what I'm doing right now, you can bend it, and then if you try to bend it back in place, you'll break it. All right, now that's gonna go right there. Putting these coated screws, and if you'll notice, there's a little slot right here for you to get a nut driver through there. I'm using the brass coated screws because these suffer from a lot of water and heat. And as y'all saw on the one that I took out, I had to grind some of them off. There we go. Come on. My 1/4-inch chuck here is about wore out. All right, now for the burners. They start by going this way. Let me take this off. And I'll show you in just a minute what I mean. That open end. Open end right there, it goes towards the outside to the left. Come on, what is it? And the more closed end goes towards the right. You kind of want these to fit together. I'm gonna show you right here. That flame's got to cross from one burner to the next, and the way it does it is like that. So that's how they have to go in. All right, I'm gonna get all these in and we'll catch up in just a sec. Collect some of this trash. Y'all forgive me, I had a little bit of company there for a little bit. I'm just putting all this back together a little bit at a time. I got my blower in, this piece on, and I'm trying to slow down a little bit, make sure I don't miss anything. But anyway, that's what I'm doing, putting everything back together. Something ain't going through. There we go. All right, on these you don't really have to worry about where the wires go. It becomes self-evident when you're putting everything back together. Because the wires just kind of fall into place where they're supposed to go. Let's get this mounted where it's supposed to be, and then we can wire everything up. All right, plug up your vacuum tube, and this is going to go over here. This is going to go over here. All right. These two red ones go right here, and these two go to This is a single stage gas valve, so it don't matter which one goes where. Go right there. All right, so we just need a couple zip ties, and there was something on this that I can use on the new one. This thing right here. Take that and twist it together. All right, that little piece, I probably should have done it before I put the top on. You gotta be real careful when you're doing that, because you can break that little piece, and you'll be replacing this whole spark igniter if you do it. All right, now let's get all this over here wired up. Okay, I got my thermostat wires hooked up, got my power wires hooked up, got that hooked up. I'm going to replace this because of that. I want to see if they'll let me replace a contactor. And these right here are wire nutted when they don't need to be. Let me get some connections and a wire, and I'll be right back. This little wire will do for my contactor to capacitor. All right, so I guess this is a good opportunity to show how to wire. Y'all forgive the dirty contactor. I did not get approval right away, or I couldn't reach the owner. But this is a good opportunity to show you how to wire a contactor. The only thing that's going to be running on it is power here. It goes to the board, and power for the capacitor, and that right there is going to C. That's a little misleading because that is actually the run winding. This side is going to be common, which means we're going to have a black wire over here, another red wire. We could actually reverse these. We might have to reverse these over here. I don't really think it would matter because all of that's controlled separately. But we're going to make this side our run and this side our common. I got this in. We're going to flip this over. Got my 2 capacitor wires hooked up. I'm gonna put my, this is the run winding. One way you can always tell is the white stripe is the same as this, and your capacitor is always between start and run. So this is run and this is start. That right there is going to be run, and this one is going to be my common. It was previously wire nutted together to the old wires, and I'm just eliminating that connection. All right, the only wires left to hook up are my compressor wires, and they seem to be tangled up a little bit. Yeah, they're tangled in my condenser fan motor wires. I can't get my hands back there. All right. All right, now that needs to go up to here. That's going to be Rheem. That's going to be start for my compressor. And that one goes right there. That's run. This is run. This is run. This side's common. Alright, so the only wires I didn't mess with are these right here, and those power the board, which power this motor, your transformer, and the blower. See if I can clean that up a little bit. All right, everything's wired correctly. I think we're good to go to start the furnace. Let me check everything real quick. Oh, there's a over here. I gotta do these. That is a new limit there. Ooh, that felt loose. I asked for a new limit and new rollout, and they sent me 2 limits like this. This can also suffer from water damage. When this drain backs up, it overflows on this. And this one was orange, brown, black, blue, red. Come on. There we go. Gotta put this on right here. I don't know, can that go one more round? Nope, I don't think so. I don't like backing it up like that. Alright, that's tight. Let's do some bubble search and then we're going to fire this thing up. Turn that on. I think I had turned this off. So let's turn this on. Y'all forgive me for dropping the camera like that. All right, you may already be calling it the thermostat. Well, nothing sparked. That was good. Let's go in and turn it on and see what happens. All right. Now let's see if she comes on. I think it was flashing for me. I don't know if I'm gonna have a 5-minute time delay or not. Alright, why did it go out? flame. All right, let's try to figure out why it's not sensing a flame. I didn't mean to startle you when I went in.
It's all right.
I just needed to turn it on. Let's watch that again. Staying on this time. Wait for this to come on. Hey, voila. I might smoke up a little bit, okay? I can see it smoking some. Can y'all see that smoke? You're probably gonna smell that when you get inside. So, well guys, that one I started a lot earlier than I thought I was going to, because daylight savings time happened this weekend. So instead of showing up a little before 8, I showed up a little before 7. So that's how you make about $2,000 before most people get out of bed. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.